Kira lah.
Belum.
Hi, madam. I'm a representative from Group 3 and I'm Karilisa Amira and my matrix number is UDB 210255. I would like to touch on the lack of in-person interaction topic and ways to overcome it. How to overcome lack of in-person interaction. Firstly, I would like to briefly explain about social isolation before we go deeper on ways to overcome lack of in-person interaction. Most people think that self-isolation is bad in all ways, but in reality, some people need solitude once in a while. It is slightly helpful, but self-isolation is more towards self-destruction, where it can lead to anxiety and stress. So how do we overcome lack of in-person interaction? Firstly, we would have to master toleration to discomfort in any circumstances. This stress may avoid social situations. Note that being uncomfortable does not imply that you are doing something wrong. Connect out to others and your capabilities will keep growing. Another way to overcome is to train yourself to go offline. The world is more than just the internet and we should go out and explore the outer world where everyone would interact on a daily basis. These ways would definitely overcome the lack of in-person interaction well. So my speech ends here and I would like to pass this on to the next person. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Noelia binti Ahmad Razi. My matrix number is UDB 210338 and I will be talking about the lack of EdTech and online learning option for special needs students. Educating students with learning disabilities or other special needs require additional school services, ranging from providing a full-time specialist or assistant to simply sitting a student closer to the teacher. It can mean helping a hyperactive child to focus, devising a calming routine for someone with autism, or providing assistive technology to help a student work around a disability. In spite of the tremendous opportunities afforded by e-learning for learners with disabilities, there are a variety of barriers that interfere with their effective use. A key concern is that faculty and individuals accountable for supporting and implementing e-learning within post-secondary institutions in the rush to integrate technology into teaching fail to think about the accessibility needs of students with various disabilities. For example, those in charge of supporting and deploying e-learning generally do not confirm ahead of time whether newly purchased academic software is compatible with adaptive software that reads what is on the screen to individuals with brain impairments. PowerPoint presentations in class, if not posted online ahead of time, can cause difficulties for students with visual and other disabilities, requiring adaptive software to read and follow the presentation. Video clips posted on the course website with no captioning can pose problems for students with hearing impairments. Websites can pose problems for students with learning, visual, and neuromuscular disabilities, even when they use adaptive software such as screen magnification, screen reading, and detection software. The identified difficulties made it possible to conclude that the available information about the specifics of distance learning for disabled people during a pandemic should be taken into account in order to build social forecasts regarding the strategies of the behavior of an individual, social groups, and communities in the context of a decrease in the number of choices and restriction on the living environment. Significant measures should include not only the provision of the technical access to free and unimpeded use of digital services and tools by students and teachers, but also physiological and psychological pedagogical measures related to the support of distance learning for people with disabilities and support of all participants in inclusive educational relationship. Considering the prevalence of the frustrating impact of distance learning on students, both non-typical and those with disabilities, it is necessary to introduce systematic work on psychological support for participants in digital education relationship. That's all from me, and I will now pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi and Assalamualaikum madam. My name is Aina Ziha. My matrix number is UDB 210353 and I will explain about lack of in-person interaction. The COVID-19 pandemic has compelled university and higher education institutions to largely adopt online teaching to avoid face-to-face interaction. Instructors and students teach and learn through computer, laptop, and mobile phone with internet connection. Schools and universities, meanwhile, have been severely affected by the pandemic. University and higher education institution needed to shift from traditional classroom teaching to online teaching to avoid face-to-face interaction. Instructors and students adopted technologies such as digital tools, computers, laptops, and mobile phones with internet connection, which poses new challenge for both. Universities and instructors have to adapt and immediately shift to such a new lifestyle and at the same time find ways to fulfill learning objectives and outcomes and ensure good teaching quality. To address and facilitate such a change, several important research teams will propose online delivery of teaching materials, teacher support for student online study, and online participation in student learning. In online education, it will have some like in-person interaction between the lecturer and student. Sustained interaction between student and lecturer are the cornerstone of effective online learning. The instructor may interact with students on different course-related discussion forums, periodic live and recorded webinar sessions, instant messaging within the course, instructor podcasts, and other learning activities. The challenges in this online education is distance between lecturer and student make it harder for asking questions. If everyone opens the microphone to ask questions, it would be noisy, or else if the lecturer asks a question in the chat room, no one will respond to it. It turned out that the lecturer answering their question by themselves. The lecturer also generally struggle in recognizing their student participation, which prevent effective interaction between lecturer and students, particularly in situations where students feel reluctant to turn on their microphone and camera. The lecturer cannot guarantee students are really with them on the lesson. Students may just physically attend the lesson while in fact doing something else. It is more difficult to ask the students to interact with the lecturer as they can choose to hide their face and voice over the online learning platform. This makes the lecturer unable to observe student facial expression and reaction, making it harder to gauge their understanding and in turn decide whether they need to teach at a different pace, and they also unable to judge if they are really attending my lecture. In conclusion, it found that lecturers experience difficulties in recognizing student participation in a detailed manner under the circumstances of COVID-19. Might be aware of student present, but they lack an in-depth understanding of whether these students can fully grasp the core issues of the learning topics. That's all for me. I will pass this to the next person. Thank you.
Thank you and greetings everyone. Hi, my name is Sai Emir with my matrix number UDB210231. My topic would be the lack motivation in students. So, lack of motivation can be defined as a lack of passion where there are no goals, desire or willingness to work. During the pandemic, lack of motivation is something that many are currently going through every day at any time. It's more common for those who go to school, college and work. Other times, personal reasons may get in the way. Most students are experiencing stress and lack of motivation because of the number of assignments they receive each day. Many have a hard time learning through online classes and would much rather have in-person learning. A lot of students had something that motivated them to go to school and to do better academically, something that they look forward to every day. Whether it was sports, clubs, classes, or friends, because every student had a motive of their own to go to school. With the lack of motivation comes laziness. For many people, we lack the energy necessary to do big tasks, including everyday simple tasks. It's very common with students, especially during the pandemic year, because it's easy to just stay in bed all day and not do anything. The lack of motivation that many students experience holds them back from achieving and experiencing new things. Many have the potential to do better and succeed, but don't have the motivation to do it. However, we may be able to overcome the problem, which is by having a positive mindset, because by feeling overwhelmed or getting behind can cause stress, which is seriously demotivating. While it's not easy to turn a negative attitude into a positive outlook, it will definitely help us to keep going when we want to procrastinate on an assignment or don't feel like logging in to attend a lecture. If we try to stay positive throughout our online course experience, we will find it a little easier. Besides that, we can overcome this problem by planning ourselves a reward because everyone deserves a pat on the back every now and again. As we complete our coursework, take a time to recognize our achievements, whether we've finished a really long textbook chapter or totally rock an exam. Reward ourselves with something we enjoy, whether that means taking a run, streaming our favorite TV shows, or ordering takeout to celebrate. Reveling in our accomplishments and taking breaks will help us to keep a positive attitude and stay motivated. Now, I would like to pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Azazudin bin Huzaini. My ID number is UDB210400. My topic is for presentation is digital history and technical issue. History is the in the age of advanced technology, communication and information can be delivered quickly and easily. Good use technology is in fact able to help the development of important areas in society, such as education. If the field can experience progress, then the civilization of the nation can progress. Among the benefit of digital history is saving time because you can find information about listen only on the online digital platform. In addition, can learn faster because all the information can be found digital as well as easy and fast. Among the technical issues faced when studying online is the internet disruption faced by students because connection student and lecture require the internet for lesson season to run smoothly. In conclusion, learning online has many advantages and disadvantages. It is not a barrier of use to seek knowledge at home or anywhere. Therefore, seek knowledge is very important for us. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nuraini Natasha binti Azan Azizi and my matrix number is UDB 210294. So today I would like to present about infrastructure problems. So for our country, an infrastructure problems will be a lack of sewage or drainage, a lack roads, transportation and other important basic physical and organizations structures needed for the operations of society or enterprise or the devices, and services and facilities necessary for an economy to function. It can generally be defined as the set of interconnected structural elements that provide framework supporting an entire structure of development. So for our business, it can include educational assets, networking, associations to support industry-specific goals, public-private partnerships, and the specific abilities of regions to maintain, grow, and invest in their infrastructure in order to ensure that the assets keep pace with a company's growth trajectory planning. Just as communities need to adjust and keep pace with economic volatility, so too must a company. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nur Hanim Amira binti Kanor. My matrix number is UDB 10377. Today I would like to present infrastructural problems. Taught online learning doesn't require hard buildings, big classroom, chairs, table, blackboards. Child doesn't mean there are no infrastructure requirements. The need for a computer, adequate software, constant electricity, and high bandwidth internet is a quite big demand. In most developed nations, this infrastructure is available to the public through public libraries if they cannot personally afford it. But for developing countries such as India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and many others, this quality of infrastructure is only available to a select few percent of the population. In conclusion, when there is a problem, there is always a solution. The current edutech system in the online learning segment has many shortcomings, not limited to the list above. That said, the segment is relatively young and even so has improved leaps and bounds. The system is changing and evolving rapidly and is soon to become the norm in the education industry. The online education has multiple upsides and will make education cheaper and more widely available. Gone are the days of fixed curriculums and rigid subject choice as the new generation of student demands greater freedom in their education. Yet, the biggest hurdle that EdTech has to overcome is replicating the charm of in-person learning and making the experience more immersive as technical difficulties often get smoothed out over time. That's all from me.
Hello, my name is Nur Husnaina binti Muhammad Isra and I will talk about abandoned distractions. Okay, so online learning has become the standard. However, there are numerous obstacles in this form of instructions, one of which is abandoned distractions. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, students are now obligated to study online and face-to-face learning must be postponed. While this protects pupils and helps to prevent the virus from spreading, it has a severe impact on student education. When studying or attending classes at home, many people confront difficulties, including distractions. The first source of distraction is digital service. This is due to the fact that while electronic gadgets are essential for online learning, they can readily divert attention for extended periods of time. While studying, most students will hold their phones or leave them on their tables. Students are recommended to put all the devices out of sight when working and create a true time management routine to arrange their learning, socializing, and free time to overcome this difficulty. Number 2, the state of the environment is another source of disruptions. When it comes to online learning, background noises can be a major hindrance. In fact, sitting in silence tends to accentuate background noises even more. Interruptions can come from the televisions, family members, pets roaming and around the home, or siblings listening to loud music. All of these noises have the potential to disturb people's studies. A set of headphones can help people focus by reducing background noises. In conclusion, students can overcome these obstacles by using time management to develop and execute an ordered daily program. Furthermore, motivation is critical to success. Students might be motivated to complete their assignments by thinking about their grades, graduation, and the possibility of starting a new career after graduation. Students can also treat themselves after studying for a particular length of time or getting high scores. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alia Azrina binti Hashim. My number metric is UDB 210390. And I will present my part is abandoned distraction. Dealing with the unexpected challenge caused by COVID-19 has significantly impacted students all across the world. Universities have a pause in person classes, while students have start a whole new phase of online learning. While this protects students and help reduce the spread of the virus, it still negatively affects student education. Many face challenges when learning online, including distraction when studying and attending class at home. A main source of distraction is digital technology, while electronic devices are required for online learning. They easily steal attention for long periods of time. Most students will hold their phones and leave them on their desks while studying. In addition to electronic devices, background noise can be a hard obstacle when it comes to online learning. In fact, sitting in the silent environment often imposes background noise or even more. Television, family members, patrons in the house, or siblings listening to loud music can all be a source of interruption. However, distractions are not limited to those inside the house. Outside noise like kids playing in the street, neighbors have parties, loud car, and barking dogs can draw attention away from school. This can be a problem for concentration because humans mentally associate the bed with resting. This problem can be solved by trying to slowly train the brain to spread the school time from resting and eating time. Also, the student might grab a light snack before class start or even before starting an assignment. Different students face different challenges at home. Nevertheless, students can acquire this challenge through the time management when they create and follow an organized daily schedule. In addition, motivation is an important key to success. Thinking about the grades they will earn, the prospect and of graduation. And starting a new career after finishing school can help inspire students to keep on track with the assignment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Anis binti Suzaini. My metric number is UDB210392. Alright, today I will talk about my topic, which is lack of motivation in students. So basically, what is lack of motivation in students? Alright, let me explain about this. Students see little value in the course or its content. Students do not believe that their efforts will improve their performance, and students are demotivated by the structure and allocation of rewards. Okay, next, how does lack of motivation affect students? If students are not motivated, it is difficult, if not impossible, to improve their academic achievement, no matter how good the teacher, curriculum, or school is. Moreover, unmotivated students can disengage other students from academics, which can affect the environment of an entire classroom or school. Okay, what causes the lack of motivation? Low motivation can be a common symptom of depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. You can practice self-help and self-care as much as you can, but you may find that the seeking problem help is more helpful for your emotion. Here are 5 strategies you can try right now to help you remotivate yourself. The first point is you can determine the cause and tackle the most difficult task, and then you can change your physical state. Next, organize your workspace, and lastly, take care of human necessities. Okay, how do you help students with motivation? You may give students a sense of control, be clear about learning objective, create a threat-free environment, change your scenery, offer varied experience, use positive competition, and lastly, offer rewards to them. So that's all from me. Thank you.